Hey y'all, hey, okay, so I need to share another prophetic dream with you guys, and this one is called You Have Been Set Free. I believe I was calling it You Have Been Set Free, and he said he was separating you from your vices, okay? He said you have been set free and he is separating you from your vices. It's something like that. You'll see it in the title, okay? So how this dream starts out, I actually shared this dream, I think, before, but I didn't have the full meaning when I shared it. I shared it towards the end of last year, I think, but God brought it back to mind, and there was more to it that he wanted me to share because now that this part of it was in season. So in this dream, I'm driving, right? I'm driving my car, and 1 minute I'm driving, then the next minute I'm in the passenger seat. And the car is going really, really fast. And we're like on a highway. And you know when you're on a highway and you come to those curves, those sharp turns where you're supposed to slow your car down? I couldn't slow the car down because I was in the passenger seat, right? I was on the phone at first talking to my friend, but then when I ended up being in the passenger seat and, you know, we were about to take that turn and I couldn't slow down, I told them I had to get off the phone. And I did everything I could to reach across and try to steer the wheel from the passenger seat so I could make the turn. But I couldn't because we were going too fast. And my car ended up going off the freeway into the river or the ocean or whatever, you know, whatever body of water was underneath us. And so I'm in the water and all this water is coming into my car. And I'm like, oh my God, I know I'm not dying. I can't die like this. I can't die like this. It's not time, right? This dream felt so natural to me. This dream felt like the here and now for me. So that's what I'm thinking. And so my car is flooding with water and I'm like, I can't die like this. I can't die like this. And then the dream shifts. And I wake up in the bed and I'm like, oh, I was just dreaming. But I'm still dreaming while I'm waking up in the bed thinking that was just a dream, right? And so when I wake up in the bed, I'm laying on my side and I feel the impact from the ocean. I feel the impact from the crash and my body's all sore and it's taking everything in me to get up. And I feel like some parts of me are asleep because I'm like, it's a hand like on my head, but I can't feel the hand. Like there's no feeling in the hand when I touch it. So I'm like, my hand is asleep. I'm trying to wake myself up. So as I stand up, I realize that wasn't my hand. Right? So there's a whole nother person wrapped up in me and they're wrapped up around me so tightly as if they're a piece of clothing. And when I'm able to get the strength to stand up, I'm literally peeling this person off of me. And then once I peeled them off of me completely, they were standing right in front of me. Now this person had on a dress like I did, but she was taller than me. And in my mind, I was thinking, maybe we could be cool or something. I wasn't thinking anything bad or negative, I was thinking, hoping she would be okay, right? And as she began to come to, because she was, like I said, she was asleep, she was limp, but she was starting to come to. And I can feel people's feelings in my dreams and I can hear their thoughts a lot and get a sense of their spirit. But as she began to come to, I felt like towards the end of it, I felt like she was about to harm me, right? I feel like she's about to do harm to me. I start feeling the aggression build in her and her face was distorted. And so anyways, in this part of the dream, y'all, God had me listen to, I record my dreams, right? Like right after I have them. So they're, I always have them to look back at when they're fresh. And he had me listen to the recording. And in the recording, I said the enemy was going to use, I had a feeling that the enemy was going to use her, that part of me that I peeled off of me. I had a feeling he was going to use her to scare me or to harm me some type of way, right? That's how I was feeling as she was coming to. 1 minute I thought we could be friends. I thought she could stick around. I thought she could hang out. I thought we could be cool, right? At one point I thought she could stick around. I could keep her, right? But as she was coming to, I had a knowing that if she stuck around, the enemy was going to use her to scare me or harm me some type of way, right? And I also said he desired to distort that part of me. That's what I said, right? Coming out of the dream. And that he would use it to try to get to me some type of way, right? So as she came to, once she fully became to, I knew she's about to attack me because I felt her thought. But before right when she's about to lash at me, I said, Jesus. And I rebuked her, and he defeated her. She was gone. Poof, she was gone, right? Okay. So then the dream shifts, okay? The next scene of the dream, I am walking into, I don't know, this could have been a cafe. This is some public place. And I knew I had a very important meeting with somebody. I didn't know who it was. It was like it was a surprise. But one thing I knew was my life would never be the same after that meeting, right? Like my life, it was going to be a life-changing meeting, right? And that was the dream, okay? So you guys, I'm going to try to break this down as best as I can. What God was showing, the main reason God wanted me to release this, and to me, I've had similar dreams with kind of the same message, and I was like, Daddy, do I really need to release this? But he said people are going through similar things, but it's different. This dream was the resemblance of a death and a rebirth as well. I just recently released a dream about a death and a rebirth. For this one, the fact that my car went off the cliff, right? I was going one direction, and then it seemed like it took a detour off the cliff into the lake, and I was drowning. God, I was drowning, right? In that dream, I knew I had just died because the water was flowing in and I was drowning. God showed me that some of y'all right now are feeling like y'all are drowning. I have experienced that feeling from this last transition, feeling like I am drowning, trying to hang on for dear life. You know, some of y'all have been feeling like y'all are literally drowning, right? That's what it was speaking to. But what happened in the dream, from me going over the cliff into that lake, right? And then the dream shifts and I wake up, and now it was a part of me. It was a part of me that me falling into that lake, it separated. It removed it from me. It exposed it. That lady, that thing I peeled off of me was a part of me at first. But from me going into the water, it exposed it and it freed me from it, and I was able to see it for what it was. It was a distorted view of me. It wasn't even really me. It had on the same dress I had on, but it was not me. It wasn't me, right? For a moment, I thought about keeping it with me. But then I had the thought that the enemy could possibly use it, and I wrote it down. The enemy could possibly use it to either scare me or harm me, right? Okay? And so what God showed me as far as our vices, and he's been revealing to us, some people, right, if this is for you, he's been showing you some things that you need to let go of, right? These can be vices. These could be things that you cling to, that you may run to when you're really stressed out. You may overindulge in. He has already talked to you about these things. It's some place that say he wants to take you, and those things can't go. If there are some vices God has talked to you about, and it can be anything from overeating to if you drink too much. It can be anything that God has shown you that is destroying you, and it's going to be a hindrance for where he's taking you. He's asking you to release it, right? He's exposing it. Whatever it is, you'll know. Like I said, you may have that experience of feeling like you're drowning, and you may have gone to some of those vices when you're feeling like that. And God has possibly been talking to you about it and exposing it. This is one of the things he wants you to release before he takes you into the new. Okay? When the dream shifts, it's like an open door season. It's like I go through another door, and I have a very important meeting on the other side of that door with someone. It's a surprise, but I know that my life will never be the same after this meeting. Okay? Once you release whatever God is putting on your heart to release, your life will never be the same. He's going to open doors for you, but he has not opened certain doors because you haven't released that thing that he already told you about. All right, y'all. So I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. I hope I explained this well, and that is confirmation for whoever it was for. All right. I love y'all. Y'all, also, there's kind of sort of like another dream attached to this. I'm going to share that on a different video. So if this is for you, you might want to listen to the other video about vices as well, where I could explain a little more in detail. All right. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.